Hi, you guys. I am back. This is OG Star Wars, your Legends girl, trying to make it in this canon world. And I am here just to discuss just a little bit live stream. So if anybody makes it in or not, it doesn't matter. This will be on posted on my channel. And I want to discuss about coming back to Legends. So coming back to the expanded universe with what we are seeing with the retcon of Disney, of Star Wars in general, and how great that is to the Legends material. And I did cover this in my coffee chat this morning. And what I want to discuss is that, hi GFan, how you doing? I am doing a quick live stream, so discussing about how great it is to come back to Legends in this chaos that we're seeing with Star Wars. And I am glad you are here. And so what is great about that is that we always want to go back to the foundation, to the root of what made something great again. And yes, the 6 movies did make it great, and then it got expanded on with the Legends, and that's what kept the Star Wars franchise going in between movies. And George Lucas himself even wasn't sure that Star Wars was going to be a hit when it came out in 1977. So we have the Splinters of the Mind Eye, which was an offset book that was supposed to be just an expanded sequel to the movie. Little did he know that he had such a great franchise on his hand. The response was amazing. And he did this all on his own. He was basically, I would say, in another lack of terms, a reject. They didn't see his vision. He still went with it, got funding the best way he could, and funded and helped the actors and actresses in there and created a wonderful franchise. And that was now what we call A New Hope. Hi, Darth Mortis. I know. I decided to come back and just talk directly about Legends and about going back to Legends. And so from there, the franchise started taking off, and we have Empire Strike Back, which basically is the majority of the franchise's favorite within the OT. Myself, I love Return of the Jedi because it finishes Luke's arc in becoming a Jedi and his hero's journey. And I have in front of me the basic hero's journey. So the magic of mythos right here, magic of myth. And that basically has a breakdown on how he used the mythos to create Star Wars in general, and how that inspired him to create the character of not only of Luke Skywalker, but of Han and Leia. Because in the sense, when you read this document here, I call it a document, but when you read it, it really breaks down even Han Solo's and Leia's journey in the OT as well, and basically their own type of hero's journey. And you could see with Han, who is this scoundrel, this the smuggler that only thinks of himself, turning into someone that cares and wants something more of himself. And that's expanded in the expanded universe to where we get the Han Solo trilogy. And that shows basically who he is to Corellia, what the legacy of his name means, and then also to how he became who he was and how he changed because he lost his parents. He was an orphan. So, and then we see, of course, the twins' story about how they are basically refugees of the Clone Wars and their dad's mistake of turning to the dark side, and the mom Padme and her tragedy as well. And so that's just it in a nutshell. So GFan, I feel they are trying to erase Legends, and it's a shame. What can we do to preserve Legends? We are going to get to that. Thank you. So you're at the right place. Okay. So then we get Return of the Jedi, which is basically when Luke completes his hero's journey. He goes to the underworld and completes the outer world and becomes a Jedi. And the greatest part of that, hearing him say, is, "I am a Jedi like my father before me." And so now we know that his sacrifice, and we see him sacrifice twice. One in Empire Strike Back, where he decides, I am not going to the dark side, and then he throws himself down the shaft, and then we get to see the greatest moments between the twins. We didn't know that they were related yet, and how Leia senses Luke and they rescue him. And then his second sacrifice is basically for redemption of his father, and also as a Jedi himself, because that's what Jedi are. They're selfless. They sacrifice. And yeah, I see that, and that's fine. That's my business. But yeah, that's okay. And so another thing is that see, he does his sacrifice, and so Vader rescues him. And if you want to think about it more in depth, he does that because he realizes how much he was betrayed by Palpatine, and how much was lost when he decided to pursue the dark side to save his wife. And so Luke was that hope again, and that's where we get the hope. And I seen Disney Star Wars's little trailer about it's the new hope, or I forgot how exactly it's worded. And I was so disgusted by that again. I mean, I need to stop. Like, I'm a what's it called? A masochist, where you just keep going back and cutting yourself or whatever. And yeah, so that's okay. And yeah, so we see him, he's the hope. So, and seeing Disney post that, like, another hope or a new hope or whatever, that again leaves in this another distaste in the mouth, because we already have the new hope, and that's Luke. We already had the redemption. That was from Luke. We already have, a chosen one. That's Anakin. And so what's so great about this this failure from Disney with Star Wars and rebooting even the movies now, is that now it's time to focus on Legends. Let's give Disney a big call and a big awareness on what we like, and let's purchase Legends. Let's continue to support Legends material. Let's continue just to buy the 6 trilogy. And let's continue, and the 6 trilogies, the 6 movies, and let's show them where our interest is at. And if you guys haven't had a chance, and I'm going to plug in them right now, is visit Twin Suns. They are big, huge Legends, our original expanded universe supporters, and that's their mission. Nothing but Legends, I agree. And yeah, Tehillium, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but yeah, that's where the disconnect happened, was in episode 7. So it was basically the first reboot of the franchise, A New Hope. And so let's go ahead, and if you haven't, visit Twin Suns, and I'm going to go ahead and find that right now and post it in the link. twinsuns.org or net. Let's see here. But yeah, so go ahead and visit their organization. Oh, I got it right. Okay, let me post it in the comments. Big EU Legends supporters here. And check out their foundation, and check out what's going on with the billboards that's going to go up in April to show Disney that we want Legends continued. And so after Luke sacrifices himself and Vader saves him, and the redemption happens, we also get the PT, where we get Vader's, our Anakin's fallen rises, Darth Vader. And no matter what you think about it, when you look at the overall continuity of the 6 movies, they mesh well, despite, hiccups here and there with the PT. And that's what I'll call them, hiccups, because there's great things about the PT, and I love the PT, and then there's not so great. And so that we're not going to get into that debate here. I'm trying to keep this positive. And so we have that. And then from there, we have the expanded universe, where we have Shadows of the Empire, where it expands between episode 5 and 6, and how Luke Skywalker builds his new green lightsaber and trains, and how he gets material to train, and how they rescue Han, or how they are going to rescue Han, and and basically how obsessed Vader is in finding Luke. And that shows a little bit of the Anakin coming out, because he's so fascinated now that he has a surviving child. And So that, that's great stuff. And then, if you like more Sith and learning more about Sith and Jedi Legends, then, like the Old Republic and all that era back then basically tells more about the Sith and the Jedi and what goes on in that time frame. And we still have a little bit of Skywalkers in there, but maybe just through prophecy. But the thing is, it's still about Jedi. It's still about Star Wars. And so no matter which part you like, if you like the Old Republic, you like the prequel era, you like the classical or the Empire era, if you like the New Republic era, if you like the New Jedi Order era, Legacy of the Force, and even Fate of the Jedi, all the way down into Legacy Comics, wherever you land on, myself, and there's other EU channels like Ryan Kennel and Lethal Lightning and Lord Callis, even Matt Wilkins. I suggest you subscribe to all of our channels and stay on top of the lore. I try to do something opposite from the book club that's coming out. That is out basically, but now we're reading the Darth Bane trilogy. And so I try to do something away from what we're reviewing in that book club so that you have a variety of information coming out about Legends. And so you can keep track of where you want to be at, where you want to start at. If you have any questions, we are here for you. And also too, hi, US Dutch Kitty. Boo. I didn't put my link in Twitter, so sorry. Anyways, so find us on Twitter as well. Ask us the question. And I am starting a campaign of a hashtag. And I hope it catches on because, Rise of Skywalker is airing tonight. And so it's releasing to the general public. And, everybody that I know is going to watch it for reviewing or whatever. And I will support their channels and watch what they have to say. And but this campaign is hashtag in all uppercase letters, I choose Legends. And I want you to go on there and share with me what you like about Legends, what characters, world building, species, whatever it may be, ships or whatever. You can even share pictures, but let's flood Twitter with I choose Legends. Let's go ahead and show them where our interest is at. Let's see here. Yes, it was fun, though. I can't wait to talk Legends when I get caught up. Yes, and I can't wait to see everything. Go and watch your reviews on your channels and everything, and support you as well. You're pirating it, Black Samurai. There we go. See, I choose Legends. So on your Twitter. And you don't even have to tag me. Let's just make it viral. And if you want to tag me, that's fine. If you want to tag me, Ryan, Lord Callis, Lethal Lightning, and I don't think Matt Wilkins is on Twitter, go ahead, tag us all. And then we'll share the link. Let's get this going within the next couple of days. Let's show Disney Star Wars what we want out of Star Wars, where our heart truly lies. It's in the original lore. It's in the 6 movies. It's in loving Anakin, as I say, Solo, Anakin Skywalker as the chosen one, loving Luke Skywalker as the New Hope, not what we're getting now. We're coming into a retcon, a huge retcon, and even in Legends, Leia is done right, and Leia, she still stayed as a politician, but she still trained with her brother. And she had a bonus brother for, birthing her kids. She was still training. That's my other computer. It's got a disc stuck in it and I just activated it. So good times. So she still pursues her heritage as a Skywalker, as a Force sensitive, and as a Jedi. And in this book here, Tatooine Ghost, this is where she makes peace with her legacy, with herself. And so I haven't reviewed this book yet. I reviewed Kenobi, which expounds a little bit more on Kenobi going to Tatooine while he takes infant Luke, to the Lars. And so it's a great story as well. So, I have a few lore reviews videos up. It's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes, since my channel is relatively new. And so I welcome you guys to pick up these books and read. And this one right here, if you love Leia and Han and you want to see how she makes peace with her Skywalker heritage, this is a great book. So returning back to Legends, I choose Legends. Back when the lore was coherent with each other and the movies, you know. And I'm also reviewing again Clone Wars, not the Clone Wars, but Tartakovsky's Clone Wars. And I will also expand on that. But right now I'm getting through the Bounty Hunter Wars series just to coincide with the Mandalorian come out. And again, I give credit where credit is due. Mandalorian is a good watch. It's not Legends, and that's fine. It's not going to even tie into Legends. That's fine. But I like to compare and contrast and break it down. Okay. So let me see here. Hi, Biden Touch. How are you doing? Disney Star Wars: The New Republic is worthless. Yeah, I agree. And what it's I'm just at a loss for words right now, but it's okay. The Jedi Academy trilogy, yes, and that's another good one right there. So they all tie in there. And let me see if I can, this book has it. No, this one doesn't, because this is an old paperback. Let me find one with the Legends logo here. Ooh, okay. And I will post this on my Twitter now and then. But this is the timeline here, just for the novels, not the comics. So I don't know how well you guys could see that, but I will post something better on Twitter so that you guys can understand. And, again, wherever your interest lies, you could start there and read towards the movies, or, past the movies or whatever. And again, there's a few of us that are here for you to get you started in Legends if you haven't, or you don't know where to start. Let's see here. OG Star Wars, it is possible to have Legends be its own cinematic universe separate from the Disney canon. That's what I was talking about earlier. So if you didn't catch it, scroll up in the comments. I shared Twin Suns Foundation's organization website and what is going on with that. And I highly support them and 100% support them. And I contributed to the campaign. But there's going to be 2 billboards going up near and around the Lucasfilm headquarters sharing how much we want Legends as its own parallel universe to the Disney Star Wars, and have Legends continued. Even if they continue Legends, they're going to, this divide that's has happened. And now I think it might be more unsighted. I'm seeing more Legends, more people returning to Legends now in this last movie and from The Last Jedi. But if they can make it 2 parallels where we continued Legends and we actually get Sword of the Jedi released and all that good stuff in the games that were going to be released come out, I think that all sides of the fandom, if you want to call it that, will be happy and they would still make money. Okay, let me go ahead. Good story. Yes, it is a great story. I love it. And I loved how they expand on the Tusken Raiders too. I just picked up a box full of books from a secondhand store, rebuilding my collection. I lost and basement flood 10 years. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that happens. Okay. Clone Wars 0305, the Clone Wars. Yes, exactly. Demogeny, hello. You missed it when I, was it last night? Well, anyways, I posted the participation link in instead of the, watch link, I guess you can say, if that, I don't know the verbiage for that. So I had guests coming in and visiting, and so it was good. There are also a Young Jedi Knight series. Yes, there is. And so I was talking to someone about having their children being introduced to Legends, and they were considering Thrawn trilogy. And I also recommended the junior novels as well, so that they have an idea. But I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your child and where to have them read, because everybody has their own intellectual standpoint when it comes to reading. So the Thrawn trilogy is a great start as well. So, yeah. Let's see here. The ST makes the Legends material even more important than ever. Yeah, I choose Legends. Yeah. So again, even if you're going to talk about Legends or Star Wars, put I choose Legends. So let's get that going. Let's get that viral. I choose Legends. Share it away. Again, characters, books, or whatever that you love about Legends, or even just talking Star Wars. I choose Legends. All right. I just started reading Shadows of the Empire, one of my all-time favorites. Yes, and the game is awesome too. And I want to get back into gaming, and I'm still on the floor on where I want to start with Star Wars gaming. So, and I do plan on having gamers on stream here too. Okay. Which followed Leia's offspring? Which followed Leia's offspring? Yes, exactly. And this Tatooine ghost is where Leia decides to have kids because she didn't want to have kids. And Han was very upset about that, and because Leia was in fear of them turning into another Vader. She was afraid that she inherited basically inherited the dark side, and anything she does now, like having kids and stuff, would be tainted by that. And that's not necessarily what happened, although we do see one crossover anyways. But that's just how it works, the light and the dark. Yeah, The Mandalorian feels like it could be expanded universe story. And but see, both of them have Mandalorians. So, I'm like I said, I'm interested to see how everything unfolds with that. I know it's not necessary Legends, and that's okay. Like I said, I give credit where credit is due. And but when you see the foundation getting torn apart and retconned as massively as it's being done now, that might be the only thing that people are going to be interested in. We need to start small conversations about old Star Wars stuff, show them our interest with numbers. Exactly. And that's what this live stream is. I'm going to be going here pretty soon. I just wanted to jump on and start this campaign with you guys on live stream, as well as hi Teresa Martin, hi Lovely, hi Luke Skywalker, and anybody else that joined in. You guys are just all hopping in now. I didn't even announce it. Thank you so much. And so this is what this live stream is about. Visit Twin Suns. I'm going to post it again. Follow all of us EU YouTubers and Twitter people. Ask us questions. Share I Choose Legends hashtag. Get awareness on where our interest is now. Within the next 48 hours, we're going to see a lot of well, I wouldn't say spoiler reviews because it has already been spoiled, but we are going to see a lot of reviews on Rise of the Skywalker and Cobb's Master Skywalker, Grandmaster Skywalker. All right. Yeah, and thank you for joining. Yeah, so you're going to see that. And already the Rotten Tomatoes is like 57 or 58. And I haven't checked it since this morning. So it might have gone up or down slightly, or it might be at a standstill. But that's not my point. My point is, let's go ahead and show Disney where we want to spend our money. Let's see here. I already posted that. Concord, Sentis, Dawn, Cara, Cynthia Dune, Gina Carano. Yeah, that's interesting. Thanks for sharing, Concord, Sentis, Dawn. Okay. All right. So again, share this video. It's going to be short and sweet as much, and again, on Twitter, I Choose Legends. Get the word out. Like our channels, like my channel, share our channels. Ryan Kennel, RK Outpost, Lord Callus, Matt Wilkins, who has already been reviewing the books for a few years now, and he's barely make it into the classical era. And because that's how many novels there are. And one fun fact I'm going to tell you is that George Lucas in his time broke world records with the novelizations linked to the movies. His franchise was the only franchise that had over 100 novels linked to the movies in one coherent timeline and history. That says a lot. That is a lot of rebooting that has gone on. The New Jedi Order. I loved that. I love the new bad guys that they introduced, because wasn't the same old, remnants versus the New Republic or a Galactic Alliance. Weston Games and Old Wizard of the Coast campaign, we can probably do this. I I saw Courtney Christie's post a link to your YouTube. Plus, I moderate for her. Yes, I think I seen you in there. She was so funny, and I just went ahead. She's like, "Come chat with me," and I seen the link she posted, and she posted the wrong link, and myself and U.S. Dutch Kitty and Rance Rhodes, and there's a few of us that jumped in and joined in her conversation. So that was fun. All right, New Jedi Order, yes. All right, looking forward to seeing more and more videos on these great books. Yes, and I'm going to also expand on not only the books, but the characters, weaponry, sabers. I mean, there's so much to cover. Worlds like this right here. I never had the World Atlas, the current one, you know, because I just collected the novels and stuff. So I have this here, and I can't wait. This is all the established worlds from the EU and even the movies. And fun fact is that George Lucas, and people say he never really considered the EU canon are part of his movies. However, he used a lot of it, and it was all based upon his movies. And so, like I said again, it all fit in really, really well. Yeah, I still feel bad that I am not well versed in Star Wars EU as you all are. That's okay, U.S. Dutch Kitty. I'm here for you, darling. We could talk, we could chat. You know, it doesn't matter. We'll get you started, and you will find out what you love and what you don't, because everybody's gonna have likes and dislikes about a franchise. It's a given. You know, just like real life, we have likes and dislikes in our own reality. That's same with the fantasy. So we will get you started. Heir to the Empire still remains the highest Star Wars novel to date. Yes, it does. Wow, multiple streams today, OG Star Wars. I know, right? I'm just like killing it today. I'm killing it. But instead of ranting about the negative, I want to give the positive. And so I'm here with you guys here before I have to take off and go to work. I have to leave in the next few minutes. I say about next 10 minutes. And so I want to share the positive. So I choose Legends. Let's go ahead and do this. The Proto Saber was my first homemade saber. Oh, nice. Do you still have it, Crazy Eye Jedi? If you do, share it with me on Twitter. I would like to see it. All right, fun book. Some of them are missing from that atlas, though. I know, and it's not perfect. You know, I think this is the second atlas that was created, and I'm pretty sure there would have been more if we still had the franchise in its proper order, and that's with George. All right. We need this for our sanity, OG. Laugh out loud. I agree, and that's why I'm here. So instead of ranting now, I think I got my rant out. However, you might see me rant again. The more I see leaks and or not leaks, reviews. But you know, I will still continue to give you this Legends, and this will further push me towards, I wouldn't say further, it'll further cement me where I need to be within the Star Wars franchise. Okay. I can assist with that. Galaxy is a big place, so when it comes to lightsabers, planets, etc., I can help you with that, my Padawan. Thank you, Grandmaster Luke Skywalker. I might have to have you on my show as a guest. All right, Brian Borg. Hey there. Did you ever see the Diplomatic Corps interest exam books? You know what? No. You know what? DM me about that. Because I don't recall, but I mean, there's so many things that I'm returning back to, and I'm like, oh, I read this, or I missed this, or you know. So it's also my own discovery of rediscovering what I loved because of Disney, and that's the great glory about that is now Disney is having me rediscover even the smallest tiny bit of the galaxy of Star Wars, what I loved, what I missed. Dathomir Urgeny came from Legends. Yes, it did. It was fun trivia book. Okay. I'm going to have to find that. Oh, I'd like to find that, and maybe we could do like a trivia thing on here. That would be fun. I would love to do that with you guys. Do a fun trivia, Star Wars trivia. All right. Okay. Bono Cat, first, just found you. You rock. Second, Legends as my life. Darth Plagueis is the best EU book, and okay, and you really respect this. Awesome. Oh, And I did do I wouldn't say quick review because they're not really quick. I did my Darth Plagueis review on the novel, and I think I want to expand more on Plagueis as a character in the lore. Again, there's so many directions I can go with this. There's so much to cover for this. It's just endless, and so I don't see this dying down. Even well after Disney has aired their trilogy and goes on to whatever else they're going to do with the franchise. Let me get out of here. Legends is the new hope. Yes, it is. Let's get a book exchange thing going on. Yeah, and that's another thing we can do. So let's go ahead. Find me on Twitter at Alora Baga, and I will post. And let me see how I could do this. Because I really have to get ready for work now. I just wanted to jump on. Okay. There is my Twitter account. Find me on Twitter. Let's start sharing I Choose Legends. Let's start sharing ways we can expand on the lore other than watching the videos. But however, I do want you guys here watching the videos. Don't forget about that. Hello, Thomas. How are you doing? Okay, there are groups of YouTubers, even Nova and Anton Bandel, very knowledgeable on the books. I think they are just neutral with the movies, but good people to have as guests. Antonia is a writer now. Okay, or Anton. Okay, good. And you know what? I respect that. Yeah, it's very heartbreaking to see how much they rebooted and how much they rebooted the movies now. I always thought they would at least keep that intact out of respect for what was created. And it doesn't look like it. And so I do respect those who still are interested in that part of Star Wars. And as long, and as long as that same respect is returned back, we're cool. We are cool. And so I'm not here to initially bash those who like it. I am here. I ranted because this is how I feel. Okay. Hey, I'll chat. I am still alive on the Yavin 4 training Jedi. Yes. All right. So you guys, thank you all for coming in. I'm going to put the hashtag here. I choose Legends. Share away on Twitter. You could tag me if you wish. If you don't, that's fine as well. You can tag all of us EU enthusiasts that you guys follow. Let's, make a big stance on this. Let's show Disney where we want to spend our money and continue to support Star Wars where where we want to support Star Wars and keep this legacy going, and even you can put Anakin still the chosen one and Luke, still the hope, Leia, Jedi Knight, whatever you want to do, just make it known, but let's be respectful about it as well. So you guys have a great day. I have to go, and thank you for joining me. This was last minute, and I'm so glad you guys are here with me, and I will talk to you later. Have a good day, and may the force be with you.